Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fourth and final game here at the UK League Championship. Orcs is joining me once again for our final game, and you turned to me and went, please can this be a clown fiesta?
I would just love it. I want an action-packed game. I want lots of kills. I want lots of blood.
20 minutes, 50 kills, 6 pentakills, that's all I want.
That's a dream. I mean, we can hope.
We can hope.
Do we think it's going to happen? Maybe.
To be fair, a lot of the teams have been a lot more calculated in some of these games. And I know, you know, for someone like Sin who likes to break down the nitty-gritty, for me and you, man, we like to jump, we like to shout, we like to get excited.
You know, jump first, calculate later. That's my words to live by.
Well, Sin is actually standing by to give us a calculated analysis of the teams and their rosters. So over to you, Sin.
Well, I may like calculated analysis, I may like breaking down the games, but this one, you know, I'm going to be happy to watch this one as a spectator. Bulldog versus Barrage. And we're going to see here Barrage's roster. Arturius in the top lane. Did you know that he is Prosver's brother? Scudzy in the jungle, Krumel mid, Jakamaka and Bartiono in support. Jakamaka coming in for Nutri, who was away last week but tried in the first week. Missing that kind of key shot caller in the roster could affect them, but all the same, Jakamaka had a strong performance. I'm wondering how it's going to affect them in the long term if they're going to lack that voice in the team. And now for Bulldog, going to run through the roster. It's listed as Ego Speed top and Tullium in the jungle, but be aware these players could switch at will. Both of these players have played top and jungle. I know Tullium has Amin Alawi, so looking from there, Calward, the guy who played Zoe twice so far, looked pretty decent. Gould in ADC and Dajin in support. So Bulldog, they've still got a lot to prove here on the UK stage, and having been away for a while, having been gone throughout the entire Forge of Champions season, now having an opportunity to show up and make a name for themselves, can they do it by taking down Barrage?
I mean, yeah, both of these teams on 0 points. You know, it's really time
to get one of them will break that by the end of this match.
You have such a good mind for maths and like just power rankings.
They can't both be on 0.
Yeah, it's impossible unless this game just never ends, and we are stuck here for the rest of eternity, casting Bulldogs versus Barrage.
And you're stuck here with us.
I mean, they can exit, but I'd rather they didn't.
Won't. They will. They will not.
You're going to join us on this wild ride, whether you like it or not, and you're going to love it.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game. I think we've seen lots of playmaking potential. I think I've talked about him again and again and again, but Calward has always tried to pop off. I think Gould's been pretty solid on the side of Bulldogs. On the side of Barrage, they were looking really good against Darkspawn until the Baron.
And then the other Baron.
Yeah, so until they,
I don't think there was
they were winning until they threw the game, you know? So
yeah, I mean, you're always winning till you lose, right?
Yeah, but they were specifically winning until they decided to go, hey, who needs to win anyway? And they gave a free pass to PFI, who took it and won that game. But hopefully they won't be handing those out to Bulldogs unless you're a Bulldogs fan, in which case hopefully they will.
I mean, the question really is can a Battleship beat a Bulldog?
I mean, I think it depends if it's like one of the toy battleships
I
from the game.
was going to say the size of the battleship and the size of the Bulldog might affect it. Because if it's like a Godzilla-sized Bulldog,
which would you rather fight, a Bulldog-sized battleship or a battleship-sized Bulldog?
Wait, what? So a Bulldog-sized battleship
or a battleship-sized Bulldog? I think it's pretty
the battleship.
Yeah, because if you
I think if it was the same size, so like a battleship or a battleship-sized Bulldog, what would you rather fight?
I wouldn't like my odds with either, to be honest. I think I'd take the battleship just because I think it'd be quicker.
Yeah, I mean, you could also get on board of the battleship and sneak around, like
infiltrate it.
You can't really do that to the Bulldog.
You know when like your parents are gonna sleep and you want to go downstairs to get something to eat? Everyone is just a master of stealth when that happens. Yeah. So easily you could do it. We've all played the video games. We all know how to do it. You know, Splinter Cell and that. But the Bulldog, I feel like you wouldn't really get away.
No,
because
they can smell you. I mean, like technically a battleship has radar and stuff like that. But the Bulldog, you know, it can smell you.
They can definitely smell you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to go past that, but you're
still,
so proud of yourself with that one little joke, you'll just keep going.
You.
It's because I smell good or bad.
We'll leave that up to
Twitch chat to decide. Let us know if I smell good or bad. It's gonna be well. Also, I'd rather you didn't do it, but we do have a Twitter, so you can tweet at us over there.
Yeah, does hip range smell bad or good?
UK, using that hashtag UKLC. Yeah, I mean, come.
Well, I know the answer now, so
But you're not going to share.
I'm not going to share. We'll leave that till the end of the show, so make sure you keep watching.
And what? And you're going to tell everyone?
Yeah,
All right. We'll do that after the ballot draw.
After
we'll
the ballot
end the
draw,
show.
the finale will be, does Hip Brain smell good or bad?
Well, let's talk a little bit about this game and not about my odor.
Oh, yeah, we have a game. I completely forgot.
As Bulldogs will be taking on Barrage. So, like we said, both these teams on 0 points. One will be walking away with at least 1 point out of week 3.
Yep, guaranteed.
And I mean, speaking to the governor in the last game, you know, this is the matchup that probably all 3 of the teams so far are looking at going, I want to take on the winner of that game.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is that both these teams need to come out strong and show that they are capable of going toe-to-toe with whoever's in the next round. I think that's the thing is that Bulldogs, people have low expectations of the roster, but I think they've had some shining stars. And, you know, Calwood has a lot of experience having played in the 2nd division in Spain. And I think on the other side is that there were a lot of veterans on the side of Barrage. I mean, Krumel has won the Prem, the UK scene.
Yeah.
So credit to that. He is a big performer.
Yeah, he's a previous winner of the UK scene. But as we go through into our 4th game, Zoe remains at 100% pick and ban as the Lucian also going to be taken away.
Unsurprising against Calwood, as you said, played it twice. Not going to give that away to him again. And it looks like the Yasuo will come after, which might well be targeted towards him on top of that. So not giving him much opportunities to be that playmaker as we've seen from him.
All right, let's see what Bulldog are looking to start to ban out a little bit more. The Urgot gets taken away. The Scion is then open if Sartorius wants to take that. We have seen him on the Shen already.
Yeah, so he has shown he's versed in these tanks. I know Artorius is someone who can play carries. I wouldn't put it past him to play something like a Yorick, something more aggressive that has that split push opportunity. So, you know, could see that come out. Especially Jace off the table, Silas on the table. That's a lot of top lane bans we've seen. A lot of options for Artorius to pick something in Lane Kingdom, but for now, other than that Galio, which we've seen it pick off so
Galio
much
today.
Yeah, and I mean, Galio is almost exclusively played in support. Like I said, we did see Faker play it the other day in mid lane on this patch, but for the most part, you play it support. And it is such a dominant pick there because it has the AoE CC, you have that really solid engage, and then let's say you forget to roam, it doesn't matter, you just press R.
Well, Tony, I'm in that jungle filling in for Bulldogs here. Ego Speed going to go in the top lane. There were rumors that we were going to have both, but
I think it might just be a Nocturne hover because he is a bit of a Nocturne top player.
Yeah.
If you can imagine one. Do you see the Cassiopeia come out, which could go in a variety of places. We've seen like, a lot of flexibility for it. And again, we're still wondering, will Ego Speed or Tolian be jungle?
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're going to be locking in, because both of these players are actually top laners. For a little bit of an insight, as Ego Speed and Tolian are the two junglers for Bulldogs, as their jungler is currently unable to play. So
yeah, so they have said that Tolian was playing jungle, but I mean, as with all League of Legends games, there's a lot of flexibility. So I think it might just depend what champion they pick and who's more comfortable on it.
Yeah, they're going to lock that Jarvan in as well. Just a bit of a flex. Ego Speed or Tolian can play it in either lane at this point.
Yeah, I mean, just keep flexing. I mean, they could do that. They could go into game without the other team knowing whether they're going jungle or top. Because they could have a champion that goes both. So why not? And we do see things go over to Barrage, and the Caitlyn picked up. So this is interesting because although I said it's almost exclusively played support, I wouldn't personally pick a Caitlyn with a Galio. I would prefer something ranged to help in that bot lane. So there is still that flexibility, but they have that pick if they want to go bot.
Well, it's going to be the Sejuani pick here for Barrage. Scudzy going to get his hands on that. One more pick for Bulldog before we move into that second ban phase.
That's a beefy front line. That is a beefy front line and a very strong late game AD carry. You know, we've talked about front to back, which basically means you want the front lines to run at each other and the AD carries, well, the back line just do their thing. Barrage so far have a very front to back team comp, and Bulldogs, however that Alistair, that's pretty good engaged to mix things up a bit.
Yeah, going to have at least some engage to follow up with that Jarvan as well. Put the Cassiopeia into the mix, and you have a fairly okay late game fight here for Bulldog so far, depending on how well Coward can play this. But let's see what gets banned away. You can see that Bulldog are probably going to try and put some attention towards the mid lane and get Cassiopeia in as a comfortable a matchup as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Barrage in the situation, I think sorry, I think Ezreal would be a decent ban away, just so you have less safety on the other side.
I gave you my cold, mate.
He gave me my cold. Whew. Okay, I think I'm okay. I think I'm surviving. I think we're good.
There's an Alawi ban, by the way.
There's an Alawi ban, and This can make sense because we talked about Tolian being a bit of a Lowy abuser. So that could be something he wants to play in the top lane, and it's been taken off the cards now. And it makes sense that we talked about how Calwood might well go for this Cassiopeia mid. You don't want to play Cassiopeia in full block. That is not a fun matchup at all.
Yeah, you definitely don't. What else could they look to ban away here, as they are going to ban away the Kha'Zix, another person who can jump onto the Cassiopeia and blow her up?
I mean, personally, I'd like to see Barrage ban away an AD carry here. That'd be my opinion. I mean, there could be the argument that you want to ban away a split pusher, something like
You
Yorick.
take Yez away.
Yeah, the Ez. If they're going to ban an AD carry, I'd say Ez. If they're going to ban a split pusher, I'd say Yorick. It all comes down to what they're more afraid of, and looks like they'll go for the split pusher.
Yeah, going to be banning away that. Yorick is... So far, Barrage haven't actually shown what they're taking top lane for Artorias. I think they want to give him as a comfortable a matchup as possible. And Bulldogs, Ezreal is open, but maybe thinking about different options here so far. Something that can work well with the in-gauge that's already been built by the Bulldogs roster.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you can pick your bot lane here because you're assuming that the Galio is going to, but they're going to not. So they're just going to ruin my point. They're going to pick the Nunu, which it's seen some rise in prevalence.
Got a high win rate in solo queue at the moment.
It's got a high win rate in solo queue. I think it's a fairly consistent champion, and if you pick a strong scaling AD carry with it, they're going to do pretty well. So it feels like Bulldog have gone, okay, you want to fight front to back? We'll fight you front to back, because as of now, they have this Cassiopeia who's so strong in the mid lane and pumps out so much damage. They could round out this composition with a Sivir.
Oh, that's a ribbon for Artorias. Okay, that is the gauntlet being thrown down by Barrage. They're saying, come at me, Ego Speed.
Okay,
wow.
All my other points are irrelevant. Artorias on Riven, he has been playing this a lot in solo queue. I've spoken to him about this. He's been practicing the combos. It's a skill champion that if you're confident in the skill matchups, you want to bring it to them. And I think if you go up against a Jarvan, which at this point, we almost definitely confirm that is going to be a top lane Jarvan, I think that's a decent matchup. You can dodge away from his combo very easily. If you get on top of him, it's fairly safe to blow him up. So the question is going to be, what's the last pick for Bulldogs? Personally, I'd lean towards something like a Sivir, just so you can have that real front-to-back team fighting. But, I mean, it's up to them what they're going to take. And it's actually going to be...
That's a Cassiopeia bot lane.
Cassiopeia bot lane.
Okay.
Mixing it up significantly. Coward's going to get this Syndra into the Orianna, which...
You wanted a Fiesta.
I wanted a Fiesta.
That looks to me like we're going to have a very fighty game.
Yeah, it looks like a hypey, fighty game.
That's what I wanted.
That's what we wanted.
Yeah,
that's what we asked for. We asked for, and the team's delivered. So thank you very much. Shout out to the coaches for picking us some fun.
Yeah, very excited to actually get into this game now. As we got the Cassiopeia bot lane. Now, talk to me about this. How is this going to work into something like the Caitlyn?
Okay, so they're going to farm.
Okay.
I mean, there is opportunity. If the Alistar goes in with a combo and you throw the Miasma down at the same time, you can actually put a lot of damage into Caitlyn before she can move. But for the most part, they're probably just going to farm. I think Caitlyn has a shove advantage, being that she can just spam auto attacks, whereas Cassiopeia has to use a mana to shove, which isn't going to last forever. And as well, the Galio can help with this shove, so I expect to see the pressure advantage to Barrage, but both of them are just going to look to scale. I think mid lane, you could argue it's slightly favored towards Syndra. I think it's historically how that matchup has gone, especially with the nerfs to Orianna's laning that came a while ago. So, and especially with how Calwood's been playing, you might be able to give him an edge there. Top lane, that's going to be the fun one to watch.
Yeah.
That is a very fighty lane. In theory, I'd say there's aspects of skill to it. If you dodge away the combo on Riven, you're going to be in a great position. But I'd probably give it to Artorias in this circumstances, not necessarily just off the champions, but based on the fact I know this guy is confident on that Riven.
All right, game 4. Bulldog versus Barrage. Winner of this will be our 4th and final team to make it into the semi-finals, coming out of the 3rd week here at the UKLC. And Artorias, at the beginning of the day, we played a video where they said, to Prosper, do you want to say anything to your twin? And he said, good luck, you're going to need it. Artorias then picks the Riven to show that he, just like his brother, has arms.
I guess he's feeling lucky. And this is a sort of confidence pick that a lot of top laners play Riven. Not exclusively and not in competitive, but a lot of them have had history with this champion who has sort of defined metas in the past. And Artorias clearly is comfortable with it into this matchup and is, yeah, as you said, throwing the gauntlet down to ego speed. And you don't pick this unless you're planning to snowball. He wants to snowball this game. And I think he's in a good position as well because Sejuani is great for ganking melee champions. If you walk up top and Ego Speed's combo is on cooldown, it's so easy to set up that stun. Crucially though, that ward will defend from a level 2 gank coming out from Scudzy.
Now, the last time I watched Ego Speed in a competitive game, he was actually a jungler. He played Lee Sin, if I remember correctly. So curious to see, I'm very excited to see how his transition to top lane has gone. I've been hearing some positive things coming from the guys in the studio. As Ego Speed already getting jumped on by Artorias at level 1, getting chunked by Artorias is going to be traded back onto here. Does need to get that shield before he can really start taking those optimal trades, but with the long sword and the 3 pots, can just regen up a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a fairly solid trade start for Artorias. Has hit the level 2 first, so Ego Speed has to be careful. Until you have that combo, not really in a great position to fight back. But to be honest, I'm not even sure how easily you can use the combo. I think in this lane as a Jarvan, you just want to just essentially poke. If they trade into you, sure. But for the most part, if you throw that combo down, you're unlikely to hit it. It's a bit too slow and telegraphed. And by all means, Artorias should be dodging it with his abilities. So I think Ego Speed just want to farm this one out until he gets a bit tankier.
Well, you saw Tolium was spotted out on a ward as he headed towards that blue side. Went for an invade, but then realized he didn't really have the pressure at the time to be able to go for that and not get collapsed on by Scudzy and Cremil. Artorias just forcing this wave into Ego Speed. Ego Speed will be able to equalize out the CS score underneath his tower, so it's going to be okay for the moment.
I mean, as we talked about in the last game, one of the strengths of Jarvan is it's so easy to farm in the tower. You have the extra damage on your first auto attack from the passive martial cadence. Just makes it easy to pick up these farm.
Yeah, he's sitting pretty comfortable for the moment. Curious to see what Artorias actually builds in this game as a Riven, because I've seen varying builds over the years. Some people went for Cleaver first. Recently we've seen a few more Ghost Blades. Some people still opt for the Tiamat.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of options. One I've sort of seen is like Tiamat into Black Cleaver. You build a Hydra, then you build a Spear of Shojin, which obviously has the old Essence Reaver passive, which is great on Riven, like absolutely great. I think that really brought back into the meta, just the fact that when you ult, you can pump out so much damage. So it'll be interesting to see what build he goes for, but I think that's one of the strengths of Riven is that you have a lot of versatility in what you can build.
For the moment, you can see Cremil has got himself a CS leader over Calwood. The wave is just about even as well, so that is actually there to stay. As Cremil trying to just clear the wave before it crashes into his turret. His mana bar's already running a little bit low here.
Yeah, and Cremil just, I mean, he's ahead in mana. He has the wave pressure, showing sort of why this guy has won the UKC before, is stellar in lane when he needs to be. I mean, sure, it's not a massive advantage. We can't really say Cremel's crushing Calwood, but these little edges, these little advantages definitely go a long way in setting the pace of the game. And you can see now, Scudzy heading towards that top side, due to the pressure that Cremel's managed to apply, they're going to be able to get a gank off top.
This could be very dangerous. They're going to start to stack up that Frost, and Ego Speed flags and drags to safety, forced a flash before the Permafrost can go off. He is going to be able to get out.
You know, I think he played it as well as he could. I don't think there's a situation where he got out of there without flashing, and the fact he managed to combo through them, then flash away out of the range of the Permafrost, as good as you can do it. But still, you're now flashless. If you go that far forwards again, you will die. And you're giving over a kill to a Riven, one of the most snowbally champs there is in. Big snowball coming in.
Might be in for a bit of trouble here. Calwood looking to get that stun on. Does get it. Dejin has the headbutt pulverized. The flash and the barrier comes out from Camille. They're chasing him for more. The ignite forward, and Calwood takes him down. Meanwhile, Scudzy still hot on the heels for the chase. He's flashing in. Bartiono also making his way up with Jackamaka. That's going to be the Justice Punch onto Dejin. Just forcing him a little bit low. Barrage now. We're going to try and get onto this tower, but with Calwood still got enough mana.
That was actually really nice coordination between Dejin and Calwood, because you may have thought the ignite came out from Calwood, but he actually has cleanse. He saved it crucially for when Scudzy re-engaged and managed to bait a flash out of him as well. So big win for Bulldogs there. They definitely came out ahead in that play. And, you know, we talked about how Cremel was getting those slight advantages. You know what's better than a slight advantage? A significant one.
Definitely. Both of the summoner spells are now down in mid, though, which could mean Sejuani, Nunu could make an appearance once again in this lane as Artorias. Not level 6 versus Ego Speed, but he's still feeling pretty confident. Chunking through him, that Conqueror doing a lot of damage.
I mean, that trading power is just so strong. If you get up close on this Riven, you just cut the Jarvan to shreds before he has any armor built up. I mean, sure, the Jarvan can do good combos, but up close, Riven has a lot of burst. Especially, as you said, with that Conqueror.
It is obviously old Conqueror. It's not the current Conqueror we're playing on 9.4. We are on 9.3 still, so it's the old Conqueror, but you could stack up on minions.
Yeah, and then when you get into combat, you get that extra 2 damage and a bit of extra AD. But still works pretty fine for that Riven.
I thought you said 2 damage and not true damage there. I was like, 2 damage on it?
Yeah, you get 2 damage.
That's it. Not a lot. Don't know why everyone thought it was broken.
Well, it used to be 1, but then it got buffed to 2, and that was when people really complained.
Ah, I see. Well, Coward actually. Shockwave's going to connect. That's going to be Bartiono cleansing him in. Unleash power lands onto Camille, and Camille, doesn't matter. He's going to be able to pick up that kill.
And crucially, as you said, when the summoners are down and they're both immobile mages, but
Ego Speed comes in and just dunks him.
And I think Krumel just got caught thinking he was safe, and the flex comes out from Ego Speed. And as I was going to say, whoever strikes first when the mid lane mages have no summoners is going to be rewarded with a kill. But unfortunately, Krumel thought everything was said and done. Good roam from Ego Speed. Rewards him in a trade, which, I mean, honestly, he needed. Because look at the CS between him and Artorias in the top lane. You needed something to bring you back into this.
Yeah, it's going to be very big for him to pick up that kill. Hasn't actually been able to base since getting it, though. Artorias has been able to pick up a level advantage in that time. Meanwhile, Tolum going to take away this Infernal Drake for the moment. Has got the Honey Fruit about.
It has been pinged, though. Scudzy's aware this is happening. I think they're trying to make a move to stop it.
Yeah, a lot of damage has already been put down by this Drake, and Barrage are actually going to be able to force Bulldogs away.
I mean, I think it's just a risky situation. The amount of CC that comes from a Galio, Sejuani, and even the Caitlyn with the traps, very easy to take out a single target this early in the game. And I think Tolium wanted to look for that one for free. Fortunately, isn't able to get it and slows the tempo of the game down once again.
Oh, Tolium just going to go get himself a red buff.
It's a big snowball.
It's the biggest snowball ever, actually.
I've seen bigger. I've built bigger. I've built pretty big snowballs in my time.
I suppose you're from the north, so you actually do get a little bit more snow than I do.
Yep.
Oh, we're going to have ourselves a quick pause. Sure, we're just going to have a little look at that mid lane fight once again, because
I think it was probably Tolium complaining. He's saying, no, my snowball was bigger. Taking gripes with me.
Yeah. It was the biggest snowball ever. Well, blue buff going to get picked up here by Camille. Cleanse is now back available. Barrier is now back available for both of the mid laners. Flashes are still down for a little bit, but it's a very small window now for the junglers if they want to try and punish.
Yeah. We can quickly take a bit of a stock and have a look at what do these teams want to do to get into their sort of late game win conditions. And I'm going to have to say, the edge is given to Barrage in their team fights. I think the issue with Bulldog is too much of their damage is focused on mages. Like, look at their composition. Think what an adaptive Helm would do against Bulldogs. So I think when you get to the later stages, they're really going to struggle. The question is going to be, can they sort of make this mid-game good for the Bulldog side? Because that might lead them to a victory. But if they just wait things out, I'm concerned they will get outskilled.
Artorias now has got that BF sword in his inventory as well, so...
Spear of Sojin, I think...
Spear's coming.
Does build out of that? Because it has...
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, why not? It gives you that burst in the 1v1. If Ego Speed does end up without his combo, very vulnerable.
Yeah, will be indeed. But for the moment, Barrage just making sure they can remain in control of this Infernal Drake, as Artorias is going 1v1 with Ego Speed here. That Wind Slash is available and it just takes him down. Barrage with the solo kill in the top lane.
I mean, that's why you pick Riven into Jarvan, and that's what we wanted to see him do, and he has shown he was worth that pick. So great performance from him, and now Barrage have that extra pressure, that confidence in the bot side. They might be looking for a play here. Scudzy's coming in.
Yeah, they do have that ultimate available to Liam. Also, may just look for the biggest snowball ever as he's going to start to wind it up. The fight's already breaking out. That's going to be the headbutt onto Scudzy, forcing him back. That's Petrifying Gaze, not going to be quite enough to stand, but in comes the absolute zero. They're putting the damage in. Bartiono forced to go golden with the stopwatch for the moment, but he's going to be the first victim. The shield comes in. That's going to be big. Bartiono's still alive. He's holding out fast. Does go down, but 2 quick kills for Barrage. And in comes Nunu once again. Coward needs to find himself a knock-up, needs to find a stun. They have to step away, and Camille is a superhero.
He comes in like Superman and might be in a bit of trouble here, but I think he's going to get away. Coward not able to find it, and crucially, the difference there was the roam speed. Krumel was down there instantly. The shockwave, although it didn't catch many, was enough to turn the tides of the game, and 2 kills over that Orianna is going to make the late game even closer now for Barrage.
Very, very scary. Meanwhile, you can see they're looking to start up the Infernal Drake, but Scudsy's back alive. The team do not want to give up this objective so quickly. Teleport's available to Artorias. He can enter in. Scudsy making his way over. Has got that Scryers, and Infernal is just going to reset for the moment. Dejin can play annoyance here and try to interrupt as much as possible. Like I said, Teleport's still available. Drake, 1,000 HP. Scudsy can't actually find his way in, and Barrage just going to pick that up. Sorry, Bulldog's just going to pick up that Infernal Drake. Contest was not enough by Barrage.
Yeah, and I think Scudsy, just because they backed off after that team fight win, to reset, Bulldog took a good opportunity, and with the power of that Nunu, quite easy to pick up that Dragon. And Infernal, definitely the one you want to get as soon as possible, and as many of them as possible. Next one will be an Infernal as well, so looking towards that one to stack up even more. For Bulldogs to maybe turn the tides of the scaling, because definitely it's going to be an issue later on.
Yeah, and I think we do talk about issues. Riven, 2 plates already, looking for that 3rd plate. Big CS lead. Artorias sitting pretty here in this lane for the moment.
I mean, this is why you pick this matchup. It's hard to play against, especially if, as I can say, Artorias is outskilling Ego Speed. If you get up close to that Jarvan, he's not going to have a fun time. And you saw that happen in the 1v1 earlier. Artorias is recalling, likely to pick up that Spear of Sojourn. There we go. And now he's going to look for even more 1v1 opportunities.
Got that Warhammer as well for the extra CDR. Yeah, this is a...
CDR is pretty good on Riven, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's my analysis for the day.
Thank you very much, Orcs. You can hang your headset up, and we'll see you tomorrow for one other bold statement out of you.
See you later, guys.
Is that Barrage are actually going to try and take themselves the Rift Herald here. Bulldogs are hanging about, though. They don't want to give this up. They do have that Infernal Drake, but it's a 2k gold lead over to Barrage, and his plates are starting to fall off fairly soon.
Yeah, and oh, we see the engage coming top lane.
Gould might just die here. Petrifying Gaze gets dodged out. They're trying to put the damage onto Jack and Maka. He might just get him here. The poison takes him out. 1v2 Gould.
And now Bulldogs are coming with force.
Well, we're not done here. The Scout of the Week connects. Double teleports are coming in. Bartiono gets himself a stun off. And in comes Artorias. He's already got the ultimate ready. A shockwave connects. The wind slash goes through. And another kill picked up by Krumel as Artorias now aggressively trying to go 1v3. But the rest of the team go, nope, we're going to go for a Rift Herald.
Yeah, now with the numbers advantage, Artorias is strong enough to zone everyone off. That was the crucial turn, is that once the top lane is turned up, this Riven is way stronger than that Jarvan, and they did not want to play with it. So now, looks like there's going to be a free Rift Herald over to the Barrage squad.
Ego Speed still has a little bit of damage in him, that Phage and that Tiamat. As this will be the Rift Herald going down for Barrage, although Ego Speed might want to try and see if he can pick a kill up to Scudsy. He's got the flag and drag. The 2-man Cataclysm comes in. Dejin has the headbutt pulverized, but Scudsy is not dead yet. Here comes the headbutt pulverized. Ego Speed flags and drags away again. Bartiono gonna go down as Ego Speed finds himself a double kill. Comes up huge.
I mean, we said he needs to get back in this matchup, and that is exactly what you want. They punished the greediness from Barrage. Scudsy oversteps. Bartiono was there to back him up, and both of them are left looking like fools.
Fantastic showing there by Ego Speed, and now the biggest snowball ever is being channeled here by Tulium. Trying to look for something onto Krumel. They're forcing them away. Let's get a little bit of damage onto that tower, but the minion wave will die out.
Yes, the Orianna just solo, able to defend there. Doesn't need help, fortunately, because when your team is dead, you're not going to get much.
Yeah. Does have that shockwave available in the blue buff, so fair amount of mana. It's Coward actually not in the same situation, does not have the blue buff available.
Sad times when you're mid lane and you don't get blue buff, but it is up. I hope Tolium will give it over. I don't think any Nunu needs one right now. Do you have any situations where you really needed a blue buff and your jungler just didn't give it to you?
Yeah, a lot. I play mid. I play solo queue. That's a very common problem for me.
Day in the life of Hiprain.
Don't get blue buff? Feels bad, man.
Blows. Fortunately, these junglers are a lot more generous than your average solo queue junglers. Something crucially look at, though, talking off these Smite boys, is 50 seconds on that Infernal Dragon. because he's trying to get some control of the area.
Well, they're actually looking to engage here. Bartiono channels up the Thorn. He's going to take a bit of damage from the tower as Jakamaka doesn't really have all that much damage at the moment. Not quite so scary on the Caitlyn.
I mean, he doesn't one-hit Ego Speed, but that was quite a lot. Pumped a fair amount into him. And the thing is, if you get control of this area, where you have the traps from the Caitlyn and potentially a shockwave coming out from the Fog of War, I think Barrage can really have an advantage here. But right now, they've left Jakamaka unattended. And
they really want to find this kill. Jakamaka low on mana. Bartiono is going to make his way through, and they're able to dodge out for the moment. 3 versus 3. Artorias is forced down as the Infernal Drake spawns in a second, and this could be a second one for Bulldogs.
Yeah, you do not want to give this one over to Bulldog again. Barrage, by all means, should contest this. Riven has Flash, and I think she's the champion to watch in this next team fight because highest impact champion at this point in the game.
You also got to keep your eyes on the level 12 Cremil, who has a second ranked Shockwave. Could actually enable Artorias to hard carry a team fight. But for the moment, Rift Herald's being summoned, and Bulldogs are just doing a blue buff.
Well, at least Gould has it, so, you know, he has some mana now. But unfortunately, he take a lot of damage on that tower.
Use that Scattered Wheat. That's a headbutt pulverized by Dejin onto a couple. Already forced to use the Unbreakable. They're getting the damage in, and in comes the Absolute Zero. The fight is going to break out. The Shockwave lands on the 4! The Wind Slash is absolutely disgusting! And Bulldogs are going to be aced just underneath their tower. Artorias with a triple kill. Barrage just smashed their way through all the Bulldogs.
And they look for the engage, the flank, but they don't respect the shockwave from Cromel and Artorias with the follow-up. We said he has Flash and he's the one to watch, and he makes us watch him. Great team fight from Barrage. They are now miles ahead, and they're going to take this Infernal Dragon.
Can I hear you say wombo combo?
A wombo? Oh. A combo.
A wombo, a combo. That shockwave into Wind Slash was disgusting. And that was enough to pull Barrage ahead in gold, get them that Infernal Drake and a tower. First turret blood as well, which is key. It's looking a little bit scary now for Bulldogs.
Right, so I've been thinking carefully and trying to analyze what Bulldogs can do to make team fights go a bit better. And I've narrowed it down to not that.
Okay. I would say maybe like not group when you know there's an Orianna ball around.
Just specifically look back at that team fight and go, well, we'll look back now and we'll ask, like, why not that? So we see the engage comes out, but they're hitting Scudzy initially, and then Gould tries to make a big play with a flank, but the thing is they're not respecting Cromel off the side. Shockwave comes in onto 4, and then instantly Artorias is in range. Big Wind Slash crushes them. And then, I mean, I feel bad for Coward. He wants to join in on the fun, but he was left out.
That was a superhero moment.
Not that. Don't have 4 people get caught by a shockwave into Wind Slash. That is my advice to Bulldogs. Don't do that.
I would agree with you on that point.
Ouch.
That was an ouch.
Yeah.
With that Spirit Sojin and Black Cleaver as well with Torius, he's going to hurt. You can see the Oblivion Orb is picked up onto Khmer with a needlessly large rod.
Yeah,
Could just be the moment.
You don't want to go through that again. They've got more damage now, so it's not going to be fun. I think this is where things get tricky. I want to see a situation where
they're just looking for Coward here. You have the ultimate available to Scudzy. Teleport's going to come in. Artorias is joining in. Ace in the hole going to connect. That's the Absolute Zero going to pop. Not do too much damage.
Did Absolute Zero damage.
Coward does take the Wind Slash on the tail end.
Yeah, unfortunately, they put a lot of effort in. In the end, they do get the Summoners of Calwood and the Syndra immobile, quite exposed. Calwood going to have to play a lot safer from here on out, and Barrage shown they have complete control of this game.
The teleport was used by Taurus where Ego Speed was at least able to hold his, so could be a factor here where he can stay in the side lanes and join up for maybe a future fight. But I still think a future fight's quite hard, even if you're one member down. Doesn't matter because they've got a 7k gold lead.
Plus the problem is, like, you TP in, and by the time your TP's channeled, the shockwave's already killed your entire team. You're like, oh.
Or it's halfway through channeling, and your team is standing with you inside it.
And then you can just imagine Ego Speed spamming the button and be like, why can't I cancel anymore?
See, I hadn't played top for a long time, and I completely forgot about that.
Not when you're playing, hopefully.
Some mids obviously do take it, but it's one of those things I was like, I'll TP into this fight. Oh, wait, I can't cancel it.
Yeah. The worst is when you misclick, because normally when you misclick, oh, cancel, no one saw that, but now it's like, oh dear.
I'm bot lane.
I'm committed. Here we go.
That's when you just flash. You just go for it.
Yeah. And then you just AFK, I suppose, is your next suggestion.
You all chat, report my team.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the correct response.
All right. Let's have a little talk about this game as Barrage have got themselves that gold lead, have got the pressure. They've lost no turrets here in Ego Speed now. 1v1ing Artorias. Artorias actually has put the ultimate down. He's looking to chase in here, taking a couple of tower shots. Ego Speed turns it around, dodges away from the wind slash, and now he's going to flag and drag onto him, but Ego Speed has to be so careful. He actually gets out with the outplay. Meanwhile, Coward, not so lucky. Bartiono takes him down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with the Syndra. You are great at deleting squishies, but when two tanky boys get up in your face, not much you can do. Ego Speed makes a miracle mistake, but it wasn't enough.
Well, Bulldogs going to look to pressure out this mid lane, but Barrage, they're a step ahead of them. They're going for tier 2s in the top lane for the moment. As they're grouping up as 4. The question is can the contest come forward here from the side of Bulldogs? Because,
I mean, they're just not there.
They're onto turrets already.
Bulldogs are mid lane. They've just completely been caught unawares, and Big Snowball comes in, but Barrage are taking the base.
They're actually onto inhibitors. 22 minutes on the clock. Ego Speed's there. That's going to be the absolute zero, doing nothing, like you said. Ego Speed does not have Cataclysm, and in comes the flank by Dejin. He flashes for the Pulverize. The biggest snowball ever's coming down, but the damage is not quite there. The Shockwave lands onto 2 members. They're already low. Their health bars are in a dangerous position, and Bartiono gets a 2-man taunt off. 1 member is dead already, and now Ego Speed forced to flag and drag away. Artorias hasn't joined into the fight. The damage is out by Gould, though, as he managed to find himself yet another one, and Artorias
Here comes Artorias.
Does have that ultimate available. He might just jump into the fight. Talium gonna go down. The wind slash not quite enough to secure the kill, but there you go. Speed now getting flashed onto. The keystrike goes wide. The ace in the hole connects, and Artorias is forcing them away, but it looks like Bulldogs are able to hold out for just a moment here.
I love how Artorias joined that fight late, came in, popped his ult, missed the wind slash. Okay, that happens. Flashes after Ego Speed, misses the stun, and just essentially does nothing, but he's like, hey guys, I'm here, I helped. But either way, Barrage still came out ahead in that team fight, despite the fact they lost a member. Bulldogs managed to take a member in return. And the thing is, losing that top inhibitor is never a fun situation to be in. Because now you have Ego Speed and Gould right now clearing out the waves. I think they're going to leave 1 member to do it, but it's going to apply that consistent pressure on that side of the map. And the only thing I can say, fortunately, is it is one of the close lanes to Baron. If it'd been on the other side of the map, that would have been really dire.
Cloud Drake's up as well. Looks like Artorias is just going to solo that out. Worth 1,000 gold on the ribbon. 4-0-3. Being a good pick for him so far. You also look at Camille, 6-2. I mean, one good fight for Bulldogs does net them 2,650 gold on top of the normal gold.
Yeah, so I mean, if they win a fight, but I mean, are they going to? You have to ask how. How do they win the fight? And I think the crucial thing is they need to just blow up one of their squishies instantly. And then an ideal situation is Artorias just isn't there. You can see he's on the other side of the map. If you instantly blow up, example, Jackamaka, who has no summoners, I think you could win a team fight. Just blow Jackamaka up, and I guess they're going to try and look for that, but they don't get on top of him.
Yeah, Scudsy's able to dodge away for the moment, and that's going to be Camille who's dominating. Artorias goes in onto Ego Speed. The Cataclysm comes forward. This is going to be the Demacian dunk inside of the pit for the moment as the turret's going to go down. Tier 3 is going to be the contest point here for the side of Barrage, and Bulldogs have to try and hold. Supers will be catching up fairly soon. Scatter of the Week not going to connect, and Bartiono just clearing away all of the turrets. The headbutt pulverizes. He gets pulled in, and that's a 3-man taunt into the shockwave. Dejin is going to be going low, and he gets picked up by Jackamaka. 1 quick kill picked up by 2 as Camille. Now it's going to be the focus. Scudsy pins him in place, and it's a double kill over to Camille. 9 kills on the Orianna. 25 minutes on the clock, and Bulldogs can do nothing but watch their base crumble to Barrage.
Yeah, and what a performance. They are just dominating these team fights, consistently finding, as you said, the wombo combos. Just Bulldogs, there's nothing they can do. I mean, I joked before that not that, but it feels like even if they avoid the big combos, the damage is just so strong coming out from Barrage. Looks like they're going to take that third inhibitor and back off, but I don't think it's going to be long before Barrage take that game. They are so strong. It's going to take a miracle for Bulldog to win a team fight.
Definitely going to be the case. 3 inhibitors down. One of those Nexus turrets is very, very low. And I'm expecting just the final bases here by Barrage before they look to try and close this game out.
Absolutely. I mean, look at the gold. Look at the gold difference top and mid and just everywhere. There's such a massive difference. You have the 3 items on Caitlyn, a massive spike. That Rabadon's completed for Cromel. With the 10 stacks on the Dark Seal, I mean, he's just going to one hit with that Shockwave. And then we look at the Riven, has that Death Stance, has that Black Cleaver, has that Spirit Sojourn, and compare it to Ego Speed's item. Hasn't even finished his second.
Absolute Zero being channeled. You're on top of a wall. That might just be the pick they need, though. The shields are onto Jakamaka. He will be shut down as Calwood takes him out. Now Bartiona gets himself a stare on to Ego Speed, but he's caught inside the Cataclysm. 1 kill. Torius dodging away from the Scout of the Week. Has that Wind Slash available. He's looking to chase. Can actually chunk out a couple of members here. Barrage just going to have to step away as 1 turret's already fallen and 2 supers are on top of those.
I mean, that's crucially what Bulldogs needed, to pick off one of the squishies. The issue was they have super minions pushing through 3 lanes into their base. And with that pressure, Barrage is going to go and take that Baron. Yes, they still have to wait for Jakamaka to respawn, but it's going to be a hard defense for Bulldogs to try and keep their base alive any longer.
Well, you can see the Nunu trying to make his way in, but Baron is going to go down already for Barrage. Bulldogs back to the walls, 27 minutes on the clock. Can they hold?
And now they are just playing the tower defense game, as minions after minion will funnel into their base. I mean, they have a decent composition to clear it with the Cinder and the Castio here. But still, it's not going to be an easy task, especially once that Baron turns up. I think this is going to be a Barrage game, but we got to see, what can Bulldog do? They managed to pick off Jakamaka before. Can they make it happen again?
No. He's got Flash Heal. He's got a very fed team around him. No.
I mean, crucially, the miasma means you can't flash.
That is true.
So,
maybe.
Here's what needs to happen, okay? 5-man, biggest snowball ever. 5-man Alistair combo straight after. 5-man Cassiopeia ult into 5-man Cinder Stun into 5-man Cataclysm. That would win. Maybe. Potentially. We'll see.
Is that enough to at least kill Jakamaka and Cromel?
Yeah.
Maybe not Artorias, but here comes that biggest snowball ever. Not going to actually hit anyone, so
biggest miss
step
ever.
1 has...
Step 1 failed. We'll get him next time.
We'll go for step 5, but Artorias already skipping steps and taking inhibitors here. 28 minutes on the clock, and Barrage definitely looking to try and close this game out here as quick as possible. Those inhibitors are actually respawning fairly soon, as here we go. Back to step 1, biggest snowball ever. Misses onto Scudzy. We're back. We'll have to wait for that to come up, but I don't know if they've got time. Baron buff in. That's going to be the headbutt pulverized. They're looking to chase. The damage is there. Torius jumps into the fray. A Wind Slash through 1. That's going to be 1 kill, 2 kills, 3 kills already picked up for the side of Bulldogs. Dejin is running away. The Redemption is healing, and that's going to be another one. A double kill onto Torius. They're picking up more all around the map. And Tolium gets caught out. His stopwatch not going to do it much. The Nexus goes down, and Barrage destroy Bulldogs.
Yeah, just great play from Barrage. Shot the game. I like the little moves from Tolium at the end. Try to stopwatch to buy more time, but unfortunately, the game was already over.
I mean, that one big team fight, that shockwave on so many members, just completely settled the game.
Yeah, I mean, from that point onwards, there were still chances for Bulldogs to get back in, but I don't think they were really going to find them. And our MVP, unsurprisingly, is the shockwave man himself, Cromel.
Yeah, I mean, much deserved. Artorias looked good on the Riven, but consistently active on the map, consistently finding multi-man shockwaves. Cromel definitely deserves this.
Yeah, my old teammate, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I do know that, actually.
Oh, you do know?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know we actually won the UK scene together?
Yeah, you know what? You've never mentioned that in the past.
I have. Wow, that's weird. It's weird that I haven't mentioned to you that you're my close friend and colleague. So, well, at least now you know, and all the viewers know as well, that I did win the UK scene with Cromel on my team.
I mean, if you spent shockwaves like that, you're probably getting carried.
You're not wrong.
Not wrong at all. But a fantastic win there for the side of Barrage, and there'll be our 4th team going forward to tomorrow's semi-finals. Now, before we get into the draw, let's have a little talk about one last time on Twitter. You can hit us up at that hashtag UKLC and let us know who you think your unsung hero is coming out of today. Make sure that you get those votes in, because after this show ends, we will be going over to Twitter. We'll be putting our votes up for the top 4 players who we think should earn the unsung hero. And then tomorrow we will announce it.
And also, be sure to try and answer the question before the answer's given up. Does Hip Brain smell good or bad?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You said you were going to after the
draw.
Let's have a little look at that. That couple of tweets coming up.
They can't handle the Wigan top. Wigan. He's from Wigan, if you didn't know that.
Okay.
Artorias is from Wigan.
Oh, I thought it was like some word that the kids were using. I just wasn't
he's
down
from
with.
Wigan. I didn't know if you knew this, but Artorias actually has a relative who also plays League of Legends.
Yeah, he's not on like as an impressive team. Cool. All right, I'm getting on with the draw.
Thank you, Fabius. Thank you for that.
Right. If you haven't watched the show before, I'm going to give you a breakdown on how this works. So, the first team that Orcs will pull out will be Blue Side for Game 1 in tomorrow's games. The second team will be Blue Side for Game 2. Then after that, we will do Red Side Game 1, and then we will do Red Side Game 2. So, first of all, we'll start up with Blue Side Game 1. Orcs, please pull out one of our ballots. This is wobbling a lot. I'm going to hold that.
Yeah, okay, you hold
I'm
that.
a little nervous.
It is.
Boxes on top of boxes. Diabolus. So Diabolus will be taking away the Blue Side Game 1 coming out of today's games. Now, if this is someone like M&M, this is a really nice draw for them because at least they dodge Bulldogs. So Barrage, sorry. Diabolus, sorry. Get my words out. Let's find out who is going to be Blue Side for Game 2. Oh boy. We're breaking the set.
And it is
Enclave. Okay, so Enclave, pretty strong showing here today, as they will be on that Blue Side for Game 2. Now we'll be finding out who will be taking on Diabolus as the Red Side Game 1 team. I mean, pick them.
And it is
Barrage. Alrighty, so Barrage will be taking on Diabolus. Now, if they can pull out wombo combos, pull out a game like they did in that last game, then obviously they might have a chance, but it's pretty obvious who this last team is going to be. Give me that. Get rid of this.
Good suspense. It is M&M.
All right, so M&M will be taking on Enclave, and then Barrage will be taking on Diabolus tomorrow. So, any predictions coming into that, or you messed the place up?
So, Enclave against M&M. I think that's going to be a rough one, because if M&M play like they did today, I think they have a good shot. But Enclave's shown they are a strong team. I think Diabolus against Barrage. Again, if Barrage play today, they have a good chance, but I think it is Diabolus favoured.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment coming out of that.
But I think I can definitely say that there is going to be two teams who win tomorrow, at least.
Well, Frumi believes that Bartiono was our unsung hero coming out of today. So it's one person we can maybe look at.
Yeah, but now is the time everyone has all been waiting for. Does Hipbrain smell good or bad?
You're going to troll me real hard, or you're going to speak some serious truths?
He smells okay.
I smell okay. Thank you very much. Guys, thank you very much for watching us here at day 1 of the week 3 of the UKLC. Make sure you do hit us up on Twitter, because after this, we will have that Unsung Hero vote going on. And if you missed any of the games today, where were you? Head over to the YouTube, though, because we've got you, and you can catch up on all of today's games. So let's have a little look at the ladder and see where everyone stands, so you can have a visual picture of all of the teams.
Yeah, I'm struggling to keep track of it in my head.
You need visual representation, so let's bring that up so you guys can have a little look at the ladder coming out of here today. As Fnatic Rising still remain at the top with 10 points, XL 8 points, and XL will not be able to close that gap because they were knocked out by M&M. Diabolus on 4 and M&M on 2. This could be a real moment to upset the apple cart if M&M can pull out some miraculous wins. If Diabolus lose their game to someone like Barrage, we actually could see a big shake-up on the standings.
I mean, crucial changes there is that Enclave and Barrage managed to pick up points for the first time ever, so they've started to move up in the stands a bit, and who knows, tomorrow they could pick up even more.
Well, I can't wait for tomorrow's games, but unfortunately, I am going to have to, and so are you. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock here, live for the UKLC to find out who will be taking on Fnatic Rising at the top of the tower. So until then, we'll see you later.
See you then.